Shalom and good day, all. This is Tehillim29 back again for some indie comic reviews, and in these indie comic reviews I'll be covering Redcoat issue 15 and Youngblood issue 1. I'll now get things ready and organised for the first one that I'll be reviewing. So first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? In some essence it does, to which I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the internal art, as we have a look around the beginning, the middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we begin in August 1st of 1909, and we get to see that Simon Pure, who is now going under the name of Simon Plum, is working in a tailor shop, and we get to see some of the things that are happening there, but we also get to see a little bit more happening with him in this story as well. So just a little bit before the middle, and we get to enjoy a bit of a family reunion of sorts, as we learn that Simon Pure now has a bit of a family. He's got a son, he's got a daughter, and of course he gets a visitor. As we start to hit the middle of the story, guess who's back? It's Albert Einstein, and it's really nice to see this character return within the story, seeing that he's been away from a few of the stories. But we also learn that there is the return of a villain. So for the internal art, I give a 7.5 out of 10. Next is the area of the story rating, which consists of reference, because of how far we are issue-wise, time, location, and cast. Now, first things first, did we get anything reference-wise? Comic? No, we didn't. Next is in relation to the time period which this takes place. So we learned that it's August 1st, 1909. Of course, it's happening in the USA. We also have Simon Pure in the area of the cast, as well as Jessie, his wife, I believe. Then there's Albert Einstein, and we also have May and Albert, his children. And also learning of the return of Benedict Arnold. For my overall rating in this, I give a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into Rob Liefeld's Youngblood issue 1. So as we move into Liefeld's Youngblood issue 1, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10. And as you can also see, this particular issue also included a card which connects to one of the characters in the story, being Badrock. Now it's time to move into the area of the internal art, as we have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we catch up with the group of Youngblood, and of course, right off the bat, we get to know who the cast of characters are within the story, even though it was also shown in like some of the other things that were done Youngblood-wise in relation to the deluxe. And with the story advancing, we can see that they're taking on a bit of a mission, and we get to learn more about the characters and I guess what their specialties are. Of course, we get to see how each character has their own specialty with weapons and whatever else. But we also encounter the people who could be their villains. For the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the story. First things first, do we get anything time-wise in relation to this story? No, we don't. Location where it's taking place? No idea at all. It wasn't very clearly pointed out, though it should have been. But is it enough to enjoy this story? Let's move on. Next is the cast of characters, consisting of Shaft, Die Hard, Chapel, Vogue, and of course Badrock. There was also a bit of a villain character that sort of felt like it took the scene, but I was a little bit confused with the characters, and so that's why I didn't write it down. But we did get the main cast of characters acting against the threat, to which I give the story rating a 7 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.